National Drug Law Enforcement Agency boss, that is Buba Marwa, retired, and he has told us that he has lamented that more than 14.3 million Nigerians aged 16 to 64 they use psychoactive substances than alcohol and tobacco. Other than alcohol and tobacco, they are constituting grave danger for the future of the youth in the country. So he added also that these are the future of our Nigerian youth yesterday in Abuja. So we just want to still continue that conversation, and you can join in to tell us what you think about the conversation, what we are discussing, the effects of drug abuse, why do we have rampant usage of this? Why do we have this rampant drug abuse amongst us as people? I say Body, Abigail, and of course Toluwala shared with us this morning. So guys, we have been talking about this drug abuse issue, and we are trying to state categorically what it does. Why do we even have this kind of figures? I know Tolu, I was saying that no, it's not possible for 1 out of 4 women to 1 out of 5 women to be involved in drug abuse, but for the head of this NDLE to come out to say that means they have researched it over time, and they've come out with it that yes, this is true. So why do we have this prevalent drug abuse among us, that a lot of people use it or abuse this drug? Let me start with Nabi.
To start with that, many people have different reasons for you abusing these drugs. I know of someone that she abuses pain reliever. She feels she had an accident one time, and she was healed and everything, but she was still feeling pains from that accident, and because of that she usually takes a drug which has cocaine inside. So once she takes that drug, it relieves her of the pain. So anytime she's feeling that pain, she quickly take it just to relieve that pain she's passing through. She takes essence, and really affected her a lot. So many people have reasons why they abuse this drug. Why many people they take it so that they can be high. Mm-hmm. Some people take it maybe to feel on top of the world. Some students, they'll tell you that when they take this drug, it makes them sharp enough to read. It makes them to be able to pass their tests or exams in school. So whatever the reason may be, but for abusing this drug, I think these people should have it at the back of their mind that with this, that yes, thank you, the side effects, the effects of it is not always palatable. This woman, I said she's abusing drug because of her pain. She actually, at the end of the day, she landed in the hospital. It affected her body system and the rest. And she had to be admitted into the hospital and taken through some therapy sections to relieve her of the effect of the drug, since it has cocaine and the rest, and to also advise her that she can do without taking those drugs. She should be giving her lectures and everything to make it sure that when she's feeling this pain, she should try to engage in something else that will not make her focus more on the pain, instead of saying she's feeling pain and wants to go and take that drug. So to me, people have reasons for doing this, but with that, they should know that the effect is not always palatable. It does more danger, it does more harm than whatever you may be using it for.
All right, for those of us who still have this controversies of what really drug abuse is, this man, the chairman of the NDLE, explained into that drug abuse refers to the consumption of drugs in a manner that deviates from the approved medical or social norms and can lead to negative physical, psychological, and social consequences. Pointing out that the drug use in Nigeria cut across all ages, religion, gender, socio-economic status, and regions. So, they have said that the deviate from the approved medical or social norm, if it's not approved medically, then that is drug abuse. And
Okay, I have another one here. It says drug abuse means the use of illegal drugs or the use of prescription or over-the-counter drugs for purposes other than those for which they are meant to be used for, or in excessive amounts.
okay.
So that explains you getting drug over the counter, but still you're using, just like you said, excessively. Or you went to buy a drug, you're using it for another purpose. You're deviating from the main purpose. Maybe you get a drug because you just want to get high, not because you have cough and you want to treat the cough, but you just want to get high. So you just get to the counter, get to the pharmacy, buy a drug. You're not using it for what the drug is meant for. Actually, when you want to use a cough syrup, maybe you need to use maybe 10 ml as an adult, but because you want to use it for other purposes, you turn everything to your mouth and you finish the bottle at a time. So that's what this definition explains.
Okay, I'll take quickly on what we are discussing.
Well, drug abuse, abuse of drug is very dangerous, as everyone has been saying, and it's so pitiful that these days young people have taken it as the order of the day. This is what we do. We want to get to the realm where the impossible will be done. But at the end of the day, it's useless, that particular person, because last year I went somewhere around Fadili and I saw that they were dragging one young guy on the floor. The guy already injured himself, and when we tried to find out, okay, what happened, they said, they said no, that I went to take, is it Colos? And I was like, you took a substance that is harmful to you, and it's not just that something affected your brain alone. You have injuries all over your body because you couldn't control yourself. You have to throw yourself on the floor, run into the gutter, hit your head on the pole, and all sorts. Blood was flowing from his head, and it was as if, when they are doing jungle justice for a criminal. That was how the whole site was looking, and I asked myself, why do this to yourself? Some few years back, a friend of mine took tramadol. He wanted to do something, so he took tramadol so that he was able to do that stuff. After he took that tramadol, he saw that it became more useless to what he wanted to do.
Okay, now that you brought all these things up, I want to just read what we have here, that the most common drug of use is cannabis, which is that is followed to talk about cannabis, followed by pharmaceutical opioids, cocaine, heroin, etc. Another disturbing finding from the National Survey is the fact that, okay, we talk about that 1 out of 4 drug users is a woman, and it's common between the age of 25 to 39. Because of our time now, because we are limited, there are some things that is said here that is observed that the prevalent uses of drug abuse in the country are the things responsible for high prostitution rate we are having, armed robbery, criminality, and the like of it. So let's talk about some of those effects of drug abuse quickly before we go.
You have mentioned some of the effects, and which is right. When you take a drug that you no longer feel that you're human, you don't even, your brain is no longer working the way it should work. That's when you get involved in crime and all that. So I've heard of somebody who said, sometimes most of these people get into drugs because of wrong advice and peer pressure. They feel they want to feel the way this person feel. I heard somebody who said you saw his friend taking this, what's it called? Cannabis. Putting it in, the guy usually put it in something liquid, but he said he was eating rice that day, and he said, let me just even taste this, and added it to hot rice, and he said he could not explain what was happening to him. He was just singing from the hymn book that he never knew, that he did not even know the lyrics and all that, and he sang everything from the beginning, and the mother was like, what's happening to you? You understand? So you're no longer human, you're no longer yourself, you start misbehaving. You don't know what is happening, and that's even when you get into crime, you don't even know that you are doing something bad. So those are the effects in the society. You misbehave, you could rape a male teenager, or you could just rape a girl or do all sorts of things without you even recognizing that you are doing something bad. So.
Yeah, another thing is contracting of all these sexual transmitted diseases, because you know you have the urge for sex, and also your mental state also is a part of it. And some other ones that we want to hit on, Abigail.
Yes, you have mentioned one, you said mental health. Most of this, aside that, as Bode said, wounding yourself, because I also had an experience of someone that also took colorants, if I'm right, and the way the person didn't even know what he was doing anymore. I don't believe, but when church was not happening to him, people were asking that, when you know that when you take this thing, this is what will happen to you. So why are you taking it when the result is not, when the end result of it is not palatable? So most people, they even say they die through those processes. When you take overdose, it can knock you out.
Yes, about that experience when I was in school, a hallmate of mine died from too much of excess. This one was even alcohol. This alcohol called black bullet. It's bullet black. They had to. It was like a bet. You cannot drink 4. I can drink 4. 1,000. That was what ended his life.
I had a friend on a particular Sunday. We were at work on a particular Sunday, so he bought one small drink, or this small bottle of drink, and he had to add Igbo inside of it. So after I drank the alcohol part, so you know the fermented one with the Igbo at the down, we left it for some hours. So he later went to eat the particles and drink the fermented water. So it wasn't a sight to behold for him. For 1 week he couldn't come to work, and after he resumed work after 1 week, his brain was malfunctioning because he would just stay on his own and he would just start laughing.
Okay. So we actually have to round this up. But I'll round this up with we have to round this up. I'll round this up with what the National Drug Use Survey said that revealed that an estimated 4.6 million Nigerians had used opioids like tramadol, codeine, or morphine for non-medical purposes. This non-medical use of cough syrup containing codeine and others is estimated at 2.4 million people. That in one way or the other, that we have used that alcohol, we have used drug before, and it has actually affected us in one way or the other. But we cannot go far than this on the program today. My director has already said we should round up, and thank you guys for being part of the program. For those who watch, we appreciate you. If you're just joining us, you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode by 10 p.m. today, and by the grace of God, we'll bring you a fresh episode of this program 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your day, and no matter what the situation, always know that God loves you, and so do. Bye for now.